What's up, YouTube? This is Gingerstrings for the TheFoGoU. Um, this is a question that I've been asked several times on my Gingerstrings account, and seeing as this is specifically a face-off page, I figured I would cover it. My process, and from what I've seen of other really successful face-off guys, for coming up with you know out of all the people in lacrosse, face-off guys seem to be the most, I guess, superstitious about their heads, sticks, shafts. Everything has to be exactly right. So I figured I was going to show you guys how, my thinking process and what other people I know, how they think as they're making their face-off set, as their face-off stick. Um, so this is part one. I'll be talking about the pocket and head, or just pocket, I guess. Um, Me personally, I go for a mid pocket. That'll drop a little bit lower if I need it to. Um, I've never really been a low pocket fan, so I like it to be able to push a little bit higher right there underneath the U's. Now, a face-off guy using U's is something I've noticed isn't seen very often. Most Fogos use two straights, three straights, two straights and a nylon. In general, it's all straights, so that when you clamp, when you get over the ball, it'll sit underneath the straight when you rake it out. Um, Me personally, I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they feel. I don't like the way they shoot. Um, and so I thought it'd be more important to be a better all-around player. And it's also a preference thing. So I use two U's and a nylon. The nylon's a little bit tighter so that when I clamp, I can still get that movement. It also keeps a tighter channel on it. You can see the channel this way. And I think that's good for ball control once you actually, once you get over the ball on a clamp. I think that helps keep it there, especially if you're gonna, pinch and pop it. So, I think a mid pocket is probably the best facing off pocket. As far as mesh or custom pockets go, somewhat of a softer mesh is normally preferred because once pop it out, you want to be able to get the ball really easily. I use Gimalac semi-hard or Ginger Mesh. I'm currently in a dispute with myself over which one I like more. Um, Ginger Mesh is instantly worn in, which I think is a nice bonus. Makes it easier to pop the ball out and everything. But I've been using Gimalac semi-hard since 8th grade, so I've got a little loyalty to Gimalacs. It's all I use when I string customers' heads. So either one of those would be a good try. Go to my website, gingerstringslax.com, if you want ginger mesh. If not, I swear I'm not trying to push a sale. I'm just saying it does work very well. It was designed for facing off. Um, Top strings and custom shooters, none of that really affects it. Your pocket should really come down to your preference and what works for you. But as I was saying, some of the best, a lower pocket is best if you want to pinch and pop it, because if you look at the head, it's thinner down here. And if the point of a pinch and pop is to wrap the plastic around the ball. So obviously you have less plastic to have to wrap there rather than up here. If you have a really high pocket and it sits up here like I love to have if I'm just shooting, a lot of my heads have, if you've seen my stringing, most of my heads have really high pockets. They'll sit up here rather. And I think those are good, but if you're going to face off, that gives you you have to put more pressure, If you pinch down here, it's easier, rather than to try to push it together up here. So if you want to pinch and pop, then a lower pocket is better. If a pinch and pop is not your move, I know one of the kids on my team plays with a high pocket, and all he does is jump over. And, if you're not really using your pocket, then by all means, what I'm saying. As far as, most people go, a low pocket is better. Shooting strings, most people say straights. I say use whatever works for you. Try with it, play with it, use different ideas. And that's basically it. Coming up with a face-off pocket, you have very few things to think about. You have to make sure that the pocket will push back in. So something somewhat soft. You don't have to go full soft mesh if you don't want to. Like, I hate soft mesh. And then you need something that a pocket placement somewhere that if you clamp, it'll stay, or whatever move you use will work best. So that all comes down to you guys.